Hello and welcome. This is my entry to the nubcake evolved competition featuring FTB Infinity Expert Evolved pack. Such a mouthful. I think I said that out of order. So we have a plateau that I've built on a plains biome. This is my second base. My first base is well underground on bedrock level. There's actually a hole right there goes down to it. And nuclear detonation may have occurred down there. I think I survived all right. So I'll give you a little flyby around here. So I mostly use the Builder's Wand and at some point upgraded to the Super Builder's Wand to build this. The World Shaper's Looking Glass wasn't terribly useful, but fun to make. I do enjoy the Thaumcraft progression, and you can see in the distance there a Thaumcrafted Confusion Altar. So we have here Castle Brick from the Twilight Forest, Abyssal Block, which is one of my favorite blocks in Minecraft, a couple of pigs that I came across, random villager I turned. The healing axe is quite good for that, and of course I upgraded it along with the precision shears, which is an amazing tool. I did make the Icarium pickaxe awakened. Oh yeah, and the Fruit of Grisaia, Ring of Thor. I have the Gaia Guardian arena there. Basic Botania setup here with Elven Gateway Portal, Terra Steel production, Endo Flames on a conveyor belt. The cactus goes here, creates cake, feeds Kikimura for a little bonus mana. It's more for fun. It's not really, I make far more mana with coal here. So basic storage. Been using block replacing on this. It's quite useful. Namely the Icarian wand, which I totally left down here. Yep. Equal trade foci. Over here we have the text section. I teleported this with blood magic, the top tier teleposition focus. Kept it intact. Lets me automate the inscribers. I just put all this stuff in here and then the results end up in here. It's probably my favorite design, though I may have changed it down here a little bit from my creative world. Now tech, I don't really have a lot of automation to show off. It's gone through many iterations. Basically, like at some point I was automating solars, but then I stopped, so I tore it down. I was automating UV matter here, but I repurposed it and now I don't have it here. So a lot of this stuff is dismantled. Now I'm rather proud of my smeltery. I made 4 of them. 3 for primal mana, that is to say Molten Fairy, Pokephenium, and then primal mana, although there really shouldn't be blood in there. XP, Draconium, Emerald. An emerald to get in there. That is weird. Must be one of those villagers that I saved. They decided to take a bath. Try to put another liquid on top. Let's see. That not work? That is weird. So we have the blood magic altar featuring a villager spawner with draconic evolution. Just a basic with a switch. We have the Well of Suffering here. And trading post here, because why not? Kind of counts as a village, I guess. I've automated it with item translocators, which, well, works great. The Runes of Sacrifice I wanted to automate with RF Tools Crafters, but that didn't work, so I ended up using the Manufactory Halo for Britannia, which is definitely one of my favorite auto crafters. I've gotten to Tier 5, which was sufficient to get me flight. Tier 6, I've just never done it before, so it wasn't a big priority. So here we have the Ballad of Alchemy, the Unbinding Ritual, the Binding Ritual, and the Containment Ritual for summoning elementals, what have you. We have the Witchery setup, featuring Dragon Egg, Tube's Head, the upgraded Witchery Oven. Not fully upgraded. I think I'm missing one item. What was it? Fume something. Fume filter. Yeah, I'm missing the fume filter. So I guess I could upgrade it a little more. I have room for a Witchery Circle here, but that wasn't a priority. Really focused on getting to Creative Flight. This was kind of my end game. And of course, perfecting this was important. We have a really nice super node. I used a bright node, and I fed it with bright nodes, amongst others. Particles. Okay. So we have the V-relay into the V-relay interface. This is what charges my wand below. We have the focal manipulator. We have the crafting terminal, etc. We have the advanced alchemical furnace from going to the outer lands and beating a boss or two. The relays do connect with this, but currently they decided to connect in a different way. It resets every time I reload the chunk. We have the memory card for the relay over there, just to, make it stand out. The table, deconstruction table, which is kind of just for show and really don't need it. Creatively, I decided to use light gray dye on the carpenter wedge slopes here. And here, we have thaumium block gears, we have great wood axle, so I guess this thing could move, hypothetically. We have the Thaumic Restorer. I went with wither skulls everywhere for stability. It's my way of, I would say it's how I do it traditionally. Went with the great popsicle block there. And down here, I went with ancient stone from the Outer Lands. It's fairly ugly. There's a good argument that I could have done more ancient rock, but I guess I wanted to just really show off. I went to the Outer Lands. I think it looks alright, it's just peculiar. The iridium block, I kind of think it could have been shinier looking. I guess maybe I could have made it glow. But this is just showing off that iridium is really cheap to me right now. So we got lapis block, castle block, with the rune bricks, which are really nice. If I take this off again, I can show it off. Oh, in here, yeah. Basic steel automation. Got some Ender IO, because I always need vibrant alloys. Even if I decide I don't, I'll end up needing it. So I ended up just moving the stuff in here, because that's where most of my power is. We have the Dimensional Builder. Not fully infused. It's fully, 86% infused. Okay. Well, that's still pretty good. I have made the UU Ocean Dimension. I've made a Draconic Ore Grid Dimension because I've made it a lot cheaper. So there's 2 Ender Quarries working in those, one each. Most of my quarrying has been done with the Fortune Quarry card on the Builder. Pretty expensive, but worth it. Funny feature about that. If I fly over here, it turns trees into dirt. It turns water into dirt. Oh yeah, we have the Mark the Falling Tower here, just for the fun of it. I used a warded block so I didn't have to rebuild this. It just kind of caught it right there. Just kind of showing off. Let's see. Inside, we have the Abyssal Stone. I always wanted to do the ore, so this is nice. We have the ME system, which I had the quantum core on a crafting station when my nuclear reactor went off. Dropped it into the pile of 1,000 other entities off this wall of storage drawers, so I was rather fortunate that I recovered it. I also recovered a lot of uranium and died a few times, but, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? I might have the most deaths on this server. Probably do. We have the U-Matter Bedrockium Drum. Bedrockium Dimension is one I made. Cryothium is another one I made. Did not make a Mob Essence Dimension. That's just from... I was spotting the villagers before I upgraded to the Draconic. I had a Cursed Earth mob farm, but that got retired. Actually, I'll show where it was a bit. Let's see. We have Twilight Forest trophies. We got various armor sets. I have not upgraded all of this, just went for the robes. This is so strange. I mean, if I remove all the lights, it's still going to look like that. It doesn't actually get darker like everything else does. It doesn't give off light. It just doesn't... it retains its luminescence. Interesting. So we have another star generator. I thought about automating that, but I don't know. Didn't. So basically, I found a Ludicrite dimlet and decided turbines. These combined do 112,000 some per tick. We have a cryothium reactor, plutonium blocks going in. Quite a bit of power. And that power is quite useful for generating stuff with UU matter. So we have the drum into the replicator. We have transvector interfaces. This is incomplete, but frankly, if I would complete it, it would be ludicrous. It's already really good, as you can see. These take 3 HV connections to get more power than they give. Each one of these only accept 4 connections from this, although they say on them that they do 8,000 and these put out 2,000, so that's intended, it's equal. So you can actually put more power through the cable, total, by stacking them like this. And they'll all feed into whatever. So we have a replicator here and a really overpowered metal farmer here. Does a stack a tick. So I guess I could automate it with a hopper at least, but I don't know. It's so fast I could just do it manually. So I was going to make a village down here with this as the artificial sun. And the sky is quite dark. You can actually see the ruins down here. Thought that was a... Didn't actually intend to do that, but I was totally happy. Total happy accident right there. Here I had the mob farm. It was spawning pecks. It was quite useful. I traded with them quite a bit. Got a whole lot of gold early on by smelting notch apples. So I extended the tree downwards, added some nether hives, fenced it off. Got those from another quarrying. I was going to do a farm around here, but I don't know. I'm not very good at building a village from scratch. I was thinking about aqueduct. I've got a road. I've got a library with a bunch of XP related things. So we have the osmotic enchanter, regular enchanter, anvils. I made a wall of this. It's interesting. We have bibliocraft. We have the disenchanter from Draconic. We have XP, a lot of it, taken from the farm next door. Now this was going to be a prison, at least on the outside, thematically. We have 4 maxed Enderman spawners and a Wither Skeleton maxed. We have the Mob Grinder from Draconic. We have the Ender Collector on a chest. We have the XP collection. We have, of course, levers. Oh, the walls are made of marble. I think it looks pretty good. Enderman kept escaping and getting caught by this. I did make these initially for the Gaia Guardian fight, but that doesn't work anymore. And a basic tree farm. I moved it from outside. Parts of it are still out there. Let's see. Oh yeah, my sanity. I think I'm the most insane. It's kind of fun. This basically means if I'm a bit hungry and I go to anyone's base and I eat 1 brain, I will spawn 3 Eldritch Guardians. May have done that once. That was kind of laughable. I think I was just daring myself that that would happen if I did that, and I guess I was right. I mean, you know, this was in like the last few weeks of the competition, so no harm, no foul. It was funnier than it was dangerous. I actually had 3 of them spawn on me. It was the first time or second time it happened. And one of them was in my smeltery. Like, lucky one. So, the Ludicrite had to get some help from my chat. Turns out that you don't need as much Ludicrite as you need in Durium blocks. I actually had to make the turbine shorter in order for the output to be accurate. I mean, it's basically all hindered by the need of water. Water input is limited, so. Although there is a way to get more power out of this, it's just you won't last very long. This is chunk loaded, of course. Left it going overnight. Disconnected. Like the coils are disconnected. So it would just, the RPM would go up and up and up. Just doesn't stop. There's no explosions. And it hit like 1,000,000 RF. Unlike just one of these. I have no idea how much. But I only did that when I engaged the coils again. And it lasted just seconds. I mean, that was just complete wasted power. I can't imagine come to think of it, Sky Factory 2 has a RF per tick achievement. That might actually be a solution for that. You only have to do it for a second to get the achievement, right? Well, I think that's about it. I mean, yeah, we got the alchemical construct with the Ascension provider. We also have the infusion provider up there. Well, thank you so much. I really had a lot of fun on this competition, and I look forward to the next one, but I'm also going to really enjoy just taking it easy for a long time. Oh, I don't know how I lost my pants. I somehow lost my pants there. It was a set.